Hi, this is Majin, and here's some comic reviews for you of Batman 30, Batman Eternal 2, Sinestro, X-Men, Thor, FF, and Nova. Alright, let's just do the easy one first, Nova. This is going to be quick. This is actually wasn't too bad of an issue. You know, it's finishing up the team up between Nova and Beta Ray Bill. It gives you an idea that, yeah, Nova can pretty much take care of himself, but at the same time, he's a little bit inexperienced, which is kind of good. You know, it's nice that you have heroes that make some mistakes every now and then, doesn't understand, his place in the universe, so that part's good. But what was the interesting part is when he spends some time and he's like looking at the universe, and which I thought was good. But then by the time he goes home, he really doesn't have a home anymore. So it really shows a progression of time that he's lost on Earth. So it's really setting this into a different realm, because now he's got to find where his mom went. So overall, I mean, I enjoyed it, but is this a fantastic read? Nah, it's still like an average book so far. Okay, Batman 30, Year Zero, Final Act. Can this live up to the greatness that was the last issue? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Basically, what happens is Bruce Wayne, he's just all jacked up. And somebody finds him, puts him into an IV thing. He wakes up, and then he finds a whole new world. Now, part of me wonders is why would this ever happen? You know, granted, let's just say, yeah, Batman lost, but, there's got to be another superhero somewhere. And if there's no superheroes, why wasn't there, like the nuclear option type thing? I mean, I understand the Riddler set up things that he's going to destroy the city if people interfere, but it just kind of made me go, ugh, that's just so freaking convenient. Especially when potentially there could be another superhero during this time period. Potentially. Now, overall though, was this all this here is it's a nice setup issue. It gives you an idea of this is what the new status quo is. But at the same time, like I'm looking through this, I'm like, okay, great. This is an interesting world that Bruce Wayne woke up to, but it's not possible. I mean, like, could you imagine the changes that Gotham went through, and it's gonna have to go through again to make it look like a normal city again? And how many times Gotham has been on fire? Oh my gosh, it's like impossible. So now it's basically becoming this is becoming a Godzilla movie where, every so many years Godzilla tramples through Tokyo, breathes fire, blows everything up, and goes back into the ocean. But yet when Godzilla comes back a little bit later on for the next sequel, the city's fine. And that's what this is what Gotham has become in the world of Batman. So that part was getting kind of like old and annoying. Batman Eternal. Alright, again, Batman Eternal #1 was a fantastic read, which hit on all cylinders, wrapped you in, and dragged you, Can this live up to the hype? Absolutely not. Basically what happens is not Jeff Johns, but Snyder goes from 75 miles an hour to a 30-mile zone, and he does it really quick. Because basically what it does is it settles into the story mode, and Batman starts to becoming a detective a little bit. They start showing you who the potential bad guys are. And the one thing that really, truly disappointed me is they show who the villain is. They show who the man is in the shadows at the end. I'm like, why couldn't you keep me hanging on a little bit longer? Versus giving me that instant gratification. Especially since this is going to go on for quite a while. But, what do you do? What can you do? I mean, is it going to lose fans? Probably not. Batman fans are probably going to eat this thing up. And they're going to love it. And you're going to see really high scores everywhere. But I'll be honest with you. To me, it just didn't live up to the first issue. Granted, the first issue was kind of hard to live up to. But, I was hoping for something a little bit more to keep me motivated to buy a weekly book, and it actually set me back to the point where it's like this would have been an awesome monthly read now. So I'm kind of like, what do you do? But we're gonna buy it anyways. Sinestro #1. Okay, was this good? Is it bad? Well, obviously, it's not a good or the bad or a disappointment because it's not on that video. But to me, this is what we call an introduction to a supervillain who gets his own title. Where, like, people may not know who Sinestro is, or people might have forgotten some key points to Sinestro. And that's what they're doing. They're just filling you in. They have to show, hey, Sinestro can fight, he's a badass without his ring, and they have to give a reason why Sinestro wants to get involved again, which they do. And, it's a safe, very, very safe introduction to the story. Basically, what he has to happen is he's got to rejoin the Yellow Sinestro Corps and become their leader again. And obviously, there's people that doesn't want that to happen. But I don't know. I mean, I'm so burned out with the anything with a lantern in it that I don't know if I'm really going to buy this continually. I might buy one more issue, and then that's going to be it. It's just I can't just keep buying this stuff just because DC says it's gonna be a hot title. All right, X-Men 20. They have some good developments in this. The thing with the Uncanny X-Men is this has been on a roller coaster. You have highs and the lows, and when they're lows, oh god, they're bad. And they're starting to hit it's on the upswing again. We have a little bit more push into the storyline with the war with the mutants and S.H.I.E.L.D., and we get at the very end a possible person who's involved in the tampering, or in a sense, the spying on the X-Men with the Cerebro. But I think that's just a red herring, just to cause people to get all excited on the internet. Could this be who, did this person actually do it? And it also setting it up for issue 21. But it was enjoyable. There's some good parts to it, especially when the psychics are reading Maria Hill's mind. That part was good. The art's good. I enjoyed it overall. Is this going to get a lot of fans? Probably not. But if you've been reading Uncanny X-Men, you should be happy again that it's actually gotten good again. Thor, God of Thunder, number 21. Oh my God, this was a stellar read. And it just pains me to see that this book is not number one. I don't know what is wrong with you people who are watching this and don't buy this book, because this is phenomenal. We get one of the best Galactus fights ever witnessed. Ever. Beautiful artwork. An amazing fight between Galactus and Thor, old Thor. In fact, Galactus punches Thor so hard he goes through the planet and cracks the moon. Amazing fight. And then while that's going on, then we go to the current Thor, where he finds out that his hometown of Broxton is basically taken over by Roxxon, and they've polluted it. And Thor's very not happy about that. Not very pleased. So all that was great. The art is just fantastic, and I know Thor is not for everybody because Thor has issues in the past, but this God of Thunder series, freaking amazing. Amazing. Go back to your comic store, buy the first 3 issues of this series, of the storyline, and you will be amazed. I'm telling you. Best. Ultimate FF, number 1. Okay, let's just get this over with here. The art's pretty bad. There's some serious facial problems here and there. Even Tony Stark's armor is pretty bad. Just all of this is just bad. It's kind of very loosely drawn. I mean, would you really know that that's Susan Richards if you didn't know that she's on the cover and she's in the issue? Probably not. Basically, what's going on is this. This is after Galactus. There's like Tony and Sam, the Falcon, are flying around. They find this rift dome thing, and it's like basically this dimensional passageway. I guess I'm explaining it poorly, but anyways, like Sue Storm's there also, and then shield is there, and then they go into this thing and they find that the people they all got mutated into monsters, and they have to deal with it. And uh, uh, I'm pausing only because I try to figure out how to, if I want to spoil things or not. But the mystery of who the eyes belong to is revealed in this book at the end. And part of it was a little bit on the surprising side that they would have actually gone in that direction. Because basically the characters, they couldn't beat what's inside there. So they go to prison, and their former prison, and they take one of the villains from that and shoot them into the sphere, the field, or whatever you want to call it. But so that was kind of surprising. But I don't know if I'm gonna. This is one of those things where it's like a train wreck. Because you're kind of curious to see what it's gonna be like, but at the same time, deep down, you just know it's gonna be bad. So I mean, I'll probably get the next couple issues just to see what it's like. But this is going to be one of those watch at your own risk. If I would stick with whatchamacallit, Spider-Man. Let me get you some codes. I know I have a code here somewhere. There we go. And let me turn on this so we can focus. And it won't light up. Here we go. Get you a Thor. If this stupid thing will come off. Anyways, let me know what you guys liked this week, what your favorite books were. And since this is not cooperating, I'll just give you one more. Anyways, like, share. Let me know what you guys picked up this week, what you guys liked. Facebook, Crunchyroll anime reviews right down there. I'll have more reviews and stuff later. I got some manga, so I'll probably do a manga thing later. And we'll have more stuff later. So until next time.